Before I left the UK for Bulgaria, I wasn't the happiest of chappies. I was kind of depressed and irritable, and one thing which always seemed to piss me off was something that most would think is small and insignificant. Anytime I was out and about, whether that be nipping out to the shops, marching down the main street, or in a pub, or wherever I would be forced to be in contact with other members of the human race, I would naturally hear snippets of their conversations and interactions with each other, and the inanity, blandness, and meaningless of 95% of what I heard would anger me, irk me, and invariably send me deeper into my pit of depression. Like I said, my mental health wasn't exactly in tip-top condition at this point in my life. Lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Oh yes, lovely. How's so-and-so getting on? Oh, not so hot, bit under the weather. Oh really, yes, I think there must be something going around at the moment. Did you catch Bake Off on telly last night? That Paul Hollywood is my favourite. No, I missed it. I was watching Gogglebox myself. On and on. Variations of this. Small talk with little to no function or purpose but to waste time and energy and oxygen. What would annoy me most is that there was, in my mind at least, vitally important and concerning things happening in the country. Political issues, social problems, things like Grenfell Tower, which in my mind highlighted a lot of what was rotten with the country and the people in charge. No one seemed to care, especially not down the pub or on nights out, where you're forbidden by unwritten rules from bringing up anything below surface level nonsense. When shit like that was going on in the world, and all I heard around me was twittering about the weather, it further confirmed what I believed about Britain and the majority of its inhabitants at that time, that they were brain dead, brainwashed zombies. I realise now, looking back, that a part of what was going on was an odd peculiarity of the mind, where the brain will focus the senses on things in the external world which reinforce internal beliefs and preoccupations. Whatever it was, it certainly didn't help my mindset, and I would grimace and scowl and snarl at the world, with a mixture of disgust and confusion from behind my hoodie. And then I moved away. I went to Bulgaria, a country where the language is so dramatically different from ours that they have their own alphabet. Not only could I not make out a word that was being said, but I couldn't read a goddamn thing. This was such a liberating experience. Now, as I went out of my accommodation and I saw and heard people interacting with each other, I had no inkling of the content. It could well have been the deepest, most poetic, funniest, most philosophical uttering that anyone had ever said to another human being. It was an open look to me, unlike in the UK where I would get the immediate feedback that, as per usual, as expected, one NPC was babbling worthless platitudes to the other. My mind was free to close the loop in whatever way I chose, or to not close it at all, and focus on all the other new and exciting things that were going on around me. My mood and well-being saw an almost immediate and significant uptick, just from the simple fact of being an ignorant bastard. Ignorance is bliss sometimes, believe me.